Hello guys, so today I wanted to make a little video to present you somehow the progression of this tank, but also the new guest that we have over since some time now. As you can see, Delphie is not alone. Here is Delphie. You see, she saw us, so she turned away. She recognized her name. And right there is Khalid Kashmiri, her husband. You can see that he's a male with his beautiful spiny tail. He's slightly bigger than her. I would say that he's like 1.5 times bigger than her, but he's much more athletic. Like, he's less chunky than her. Not very, you cannot really see it in this position, but I'm telling you, he's less chunky than her. Because when you see Delphie, she's a big girl. She's very round. So yes. And as you can see, the terrarium changed a bit. Back in time, I had more rocks, and also the substrate changed. Before it was a mix, as I shown you in the first video, a mix of sand and a kind of cement, and overall it was very white. Now I mixed this very white base with some natural looking river sand, very fine river sand, and I'm a big fan of the overall look at the end. It looks so natural. So yes, I'm a big fan. And I added those 2 little Astrophytum asteria. Very simple, but it makes the job. It's absolutely not from the biotop of those lizards, but still I absolutely love those. I'm a big fan of Astrophytum, the whole genus Astrophytum. It shows that in the future I'm gonna make like a Mexican terrarium biotop, even if it don't have any animal, just it will be filled with Astrophytum. Here I have another little Astrophytum. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna put it in there. Eventually we will see. Also here you have the reef aquarium. I will talk about it in the next video very quickly. I have a lot of projects for it. And yes, I'm a very big fan of this terrarium. Like, I stay in front for, no, I'm not gonna say hours because that's a lie, but honestly for fairly 30 minutes I can like stay in front and look at both of them, especially like when they interact with each other. It's so interesting. And Khalid Kashmiri, I absolutely love the way he rests on this branch. Like right now he's a bit more tense because obviously I'm moving around with my phone, but usually he's hanging. I will put a picture. He's hanging with his limbs hanging on both sides. It's very funny to watch. You can see that Delphie is very alert of her environment as always, because her name comes from the Oracle of Delphi. She's always looking for what's coming next. And Khalid Kashmiri, he inherited this name just because I like it. It's from a very cute brain rot internet video. I'm eventually gonna put the link or show it here. So yes, I really like both of them. They are eating well. Since the first moment they are extremely well behaved with each other. They completely accept each other. They often go very near to each other, like basically 90% of the time. Just is true that in the afternoon, at the end of the day, Khalid Kashmiri is more down, I guess, because he's not a big fan of the very intense lightning, because right there, like you see here where there is the most shiny part, it is at basically 50 degrees, which is quite hot. it is quite hot, but it basically reproduces their natural habitats. But in the overall temperature in the terrarium is more around like I would say the lowest is 22, and the average temperature is more around 20, 27, yes, 27, 28. 27, 28 with like in place like here more like let's say 22, 20, 23. So yes, they both eat well. I would like them to eat more variety of food, but it's mostly Delphie, like Khalid Kashmiri. I don't know if it's really like a lack of appetite for variety of food, or it was just stress at the beginning. But Khalid Kashmiri eat mealworm like very easily. I know that's not the best type of food, but that's basically the only type of food that I've been able to make a Delphie accept. And yes, I have to try cricket with Khalid Kashmiri. Hopefully Delphie is gonna copy. You saw Delphie escaped. That's her little spot when she's scared. Honestly, I don't think it's the movement, but it's mostly my voice. She's not a big fan of the vibration of my deep voice, so she went up there. She feels more safe there. And him, he don't really care, honestly. That's a thing also. Like Delphie, she's a bit anxious. Like, she's not a big fan of me. Either like me just being around or me handling her. And I never handle her, never. I just did it when I've put Khalid Kashmiri in there, because I wanted Khalid Kashmiri to discover the terrarium before putting Delphie in there. So there was no like how to say that, like there was no advantage of Delphie being already like aware of the territory and him arriving there and getting bullied by her in her like home. So yes, but she was surprisingly accepting of my handling better than before, but she's still quite anxious. And him honestly is much less anxious than her. I guess that he had more handling as a baby, and he had more human interaction. He is not the most friendly pet, let's say, if you can call those animal pets. He is more friendly, but still he's not a big fan of handling. And the same, I don't handle them. I love their tail, and I don't want to risk to lose their beautiful tail. Very pretty animal. And yes, overall I love those animals. They are so nice. I tried also to feed them with red runner roach, but same, they are not a big fan. Especially Delphie, like as I said, Khalid Kashmiri, maybe it was just the stress from the transport. I will put eventually some picture of his like quarantine terrarium, because of course when Khalid Kashmiri arrived from Hamm, because he arrived from Hamm in Germany, from a specialized breeder in a like a desertic gecko. When he arrived from there, I kept him in the quarantine terrarium, because even if I trusted the breeder, you should always do quarantine for your animal, especially when you are gonna like pair them like here. And yes, as I said, pair them because those are a pair, and I would love to see them have some babies. For the moment it didn't happen, and honestly I think I know why. Because in nature those animals have temperatures that goes down to like 14 to 16 degrees in winter, and I didn't do any like a winter season for Delphie. Like Khalid Kashmiri, maybe he had one, I don't know, but Delphie, she didn't. So this next winter I'm gonna lower temperature, so next spring they're gonna be more like inclined to eventually do some babies. Could be nice. I love these species. They are like so amazing to observe, especially in a natural setup like this one. Like, look, this is like the overall view that I have when I am like in my apartment. The terrarium is quite vast, it's quite large, and it has those two small animals in there. I think their size is perfectly adapted to the size of the terrarium. I'm really a huge fan of that. I don't like back in time, I remember, and I mean still today, but especially back in time, I was always seeing like those bearded dragon in their like 1m20, 1 meter terrarium, and I was like, okay, like sure, that's a long terrarium, but a bearded dragon is like 40 centimeters long. So honestly, it looked much, like not enough at all. And here I'm a big fan of the proportion. It's like having a big aquarium with tiny fish. And yes, I would like them to have some babies. I love their appearance, I love their behavior. They are not the most active animal, which I like, because honestly, like, that's a thing. I don't think I would like to have extremely active animal. For example, I'm a big fan of rodents, of small rodents, but first there is like a issue like the smell and other thing, but also the activities, the way that they move, like they move constantly, it would stress me out. Honestly, I'm a very relaxed person, a very calm person. This is my apartment, this is not like this is my living room, it's not a specialized animal room, so it's nice to have some chill animals that don't cause too much agitation. And yes, I would like them to make some babies, because I would absolutely love to have a big group of them in a huge terrarium, especially a high terrarium, because even if those animals are not like I don't know you say it in English, but you know, like specialized in tree climbing, they actually like are all the time climbing. They feel the safer on like the highest they are, the safer they feel. Khalid Kashmiri, even if he's not very stressed, when he gets stressed, for example, if I put my hand in the terrarium for too long, he's gonna go up there with Delphie. And yes, I would love, like, imagine to have like a big terrarium. Imagine, let's go here, a big terrarium that would go like, imagine the double of this height and the double of the width, with a huge branch, and hold a little Pristurus Carteri around it, on top of it. It would be so nice. And back in time, I would have thought that this species could be a good candidate for like a setup like chameleon, setup with open, basically like setups that are not terrarium, but just like an open tree in the reptile room. But like it could be possible, but it would be quite complicated, because those animals are extremely good jumper. Like when they stress out, they jump extremely easily and they jump high. Before getting them, like before getting Delphie, I thought it was like quite a slow lizard, but like it's true, they are slow. Like they don't move very often, but when they do, they move fast. So they run very fast, and they also jump quite high. I would say the double, even the triple of their height. So be careful. Here I have like some aeration, like very DIY, but I have like some aeration here, and it's true that it looks like it could be like an escape for them, but since it's quite small, and also it don't have any like branch that goes next to it to which they could like anchor to pass, it's not an issue, and they never like try to escape from here. Also here there is a hole, but the same, there is no possibility of them to leave from here. And yes, I have to change the lid. This is very ghetto, it looks very bad, but that's the best that I found at the moment. But I'm gonna change it ASAP. And this is a little Hello Kitty that my sister knitted for me. Very cute, isn't it? And this is my hydroalcoholic gel that is much prettier than those ugly bottles that you see usually in reptile room or in hospital. I'm already working in hospital half of the year, so it's nice to to have pretty equipment in my apartment and not those ugly blue bottle. So yes, that was it. I will put you some picture and video of those two. I really love them. I'm very happy that I got this species. Best species of lizards that I ever kept, even if I didn't keep that much lizard species. I just had in the past a crested gecko. But yes, I really like them. Very nice, very cute, very interesting. So see you in the next video, guys.